According to leading ethnographers and sociologists, an ethnic group is defined by 5 core elements: a common ancestry, a shared language or dialect, a connection to a specific territory, a distinct cultural heritage, and a collective sense of belonging. Together, these elements form the foundation of an ethnic identity. Let's go down the list to see if Palestinians qualify. Palestinians don't just believe they have a shared ancestry, genetic studies confirm it. Their ancestry goes back thousands of years to ancient Levantine peoples, including the Bronze Age Canaanites. In fact, Palestinians represent one of the most genetically continuous populations in the Middle East and the Mediterranean basin. Palestinian Arabic is instantly recognizable to other Arabic speakers. It's distinct from other Levantine dialects and contains layers of ancient languages spoken by their ancestors, including Hebrew and Aramaic words that survived the transition to Arabic. Place names like Jabal at-Tur preserve the Aramaic word for mountain. Palestinian Arabic isn't just a dialect, it's a linguistic bridge to their ancient ancestors. Before the 1948 ethnic cleansing, over 70% of Palestinians lived in rural farming villages. For many, we have Ottoman land title records going back centuries, but the documentation goes much deeper. These same villages appear in 16th century Ottoman tax surveys, Crusader and Mamluk land grants, Islamic Waqf records, and Byzantine church documents. And many Arabic village names preserve even older Hebrew, Aramaic, or Greek roots. These were not new or recent settlements. They were anchored in the land by centuries of written history and millennia of habitation. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Palestinian women transformed an ancient Levantine textile tradition into something uniquely Palestinian, a highly systematic visual language of embroidery known as tatreez. Tatreez was embroidered onto the Palestinian thobe, a long, flowing garment hand-sewn by the women who wore it. But this wasn't just decoration. This was an information system for a rural society that was largely illiterate. Tatreez encoded the entire Palestinian social system into embroidery. A woman's village, clan, age, marital status, even her family's social class, all could be read in the thread. Tatreez is Palestinian, full stop. No other culture in the Levant created anything that achieved the granular and precise level of codification of tatreez. In 2021, UNESCO added tatreez to its list of intangible cultural heritage. Some symbols are designed for greatness, others have greatness thrust upon them. Such was the story of the keffiyeh worn by the Palestinian peasants. Before the 1930s, the educated Palestinian elite wore the Ottoman tabouche, or fez, a symbol of status and urban sophistication. The humble keffiyeh wasn't then a symbol of national identity. It was more a symbol of rural poverty. Then came 1936. A 3-year revolt erupted against British rule. The Mujahideen, farmers by day and fighters by night, pulled their keffiyehs over their faces to hide their identity from the British. The British responded by targeting anyone who wore it. In 1938, the Palestinian leadership made a bold call. All men were to set aside their fezes and don the keffiyeh. Within a month, the British High Commissioner reported, "It is not an exaggeration to say that 8 out of 10 tarbouches had been replaced by keffiyehs." The British could no longer distinguish between the rebels and civilians. All of Palestinian society stood as one people against colonial oppression. At that moment, the keffiyeh was reborn as a symbol of Palestinian identity and Palestinian resistance. And let's not forget the food, the music, and the artisanal traditions passed down through generations. Across the Arab world, dishes like moussakhan, Palestine's national dish of sumac spiced chicken on olive oil-soaked flatbread, and the beloved nafe nabulsia from Nablus are instantly recognized as Palestinian. The famed Nablus olive oil soap, crafted from pure Palestinian olive oil, is one of the oldest Castile soaps still produced today. Hebron ceramics, with their vivid turquoise, green, and blue glazes, hand-painted with geometric and floral motifs, have been crafted since at least the Mamluk period. Even Palestinian dance is an act of resistance. The pounding physicality of Palestinian-style dabka is more than a celebration. It's defiance. But perhaps the most unique cultural element is not something that can be worn or eaten or danced. It is a concept that defines the Palestinian spirit, a word known as Sumud. In Arabic, Sumud means steadfastness or resolute perseverance. It is a spirit of resilience, forged through decades of hardship and oppression. It's the woman who stitches the map of her destroyed village into her dress, the farmers who risk their lives to harvest olives from their ancestral trees, the young Palestinians who face down occupation forces protected by nothing but a peasant's scarf. Sumud is the art of remaining, against all odds. So there you have it, a shared ancestry rooted in ancient Canaan, a distinct dialect with a linguistic fingerprint stretching back millennia, a deep, documented connection to the land, a rich cultural heritage from tatreez to Sumud. These are the pillars of peoplehood, expressed, asserted, and preserved in a Palestinian collective identity. By every academic and cultural standard, Palestinians are an ethnic group, one whose identity, resilience, and unbroken connection to the land are recognized and admired around the world. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you would like to see more content like this.